It has been a very busy day as far as Little Rock School District and the State Board of Education goes. We're going to get to most of it as much as we can right now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bob Clausen.
And I'm Ashley Ketz. In the hours-long meeting today, other decisions were made regarding local control, the LREA, and the Fair Dismissal Act.
KRKA4's Stephanie Sharp was in that meeting all afternoon. She breaks it all down for us.
This meeting is adjourned.
The Arkansas State Board of Education meeting ending abruptly. Things getting heated after several key votes were made regarding the Little Rock School District.
So please explain to the press and to the public why you are taking these actions.
The state board voted to no longer allow the Little Rock Education Association to have negotiating powers with the commissioner when it comes to contracts. The partnership with the union ends October 31st.
Motion carries.
The state board chair, Diane Zook, reacts to that decision.
There are some LREA members who will not be happy. There are some LREA members who have contacted us who are perfectly happy to have a PPC. Those teachers that are not a member of LREA, who have not had a seat at the table, they may be happy or they may not want a seat.
Another vote after being under state control for 5 years for academic distress. State board members voted to put the Little Rock School District on a pathway back to local control.
I'm sure that they will try to get on that as quickly as possible so that by the November board meeting, if not before, we can begin to put flesh on these bones.
At this point, there is no specific plan for what local control will look like for Little Rock School District. That will be decided in the future.
Stephanie Sharp reporting. The board also voted to reinstate the Teacher Fair Dismissal Act. Late last year, the board voted to waive that act. It's basically due process for a teacher that is fired. Again, that was reinstated for the Little Rock School District.
And frustration after the meeting from people who spent all day hoping the board would listen to what they want. Our Susan Elcoury joins us now live outside the Board of Education building. And Susan, you were there this afternoon. What were you hearing?
Well, Ashley, a lot of mixed emotions coming out of the meeting here tonight. At first, parents and teachers were relieved when they heard the Little Rock School District would regain some local control, but that quickly turned to shock and just anger when they found out that the board voted to basically end the teachers union. I talked to some folks out here who feel like that was slipped in and without giving them any chance to speak out.
Absolutely horrible.
Parents in disbelief as they leave the State Board of Education meeting.
They don't listen.
Feeling slighted.
I've had to take away hours of work time to come and fight for this, and they don't listen. They don't care.
Frustration overshadowing the day's win.
Motion carries unanimously.
To put Little Rock schools on a path to local control. That quickly faded to a much different sound. With another vote, in essence, ending the teachers union by taking away its bargaining power.
This is a travesty.
I'm feeling devastated right now. It truly was the most demoralizing meeting I've ever been to.
It's the speed that caught many off guard, saying the teachers union vote was done in a matter of minutes without any public comment.
Dealing with them is like being in an abusive relationship.
The board never misses an opportunity to completely screw things up at the end of the day.
Others say the state stepped in where the district should have made its own decision.
And it is such taxation without representation. It's got to get remedied somehow.
Now fearful for what all this could mean for what's ultimately at stake. Their kids' education.
These children are vulnerable, and if they don't have these teachers, and if we can't support these teachers, they're going to suffer.
There are still a lot of questions about what's next for the Little Rock School District in terms of phasing out state control. The board called today an outline, and they said a lot of decisions still need to be made, so you can expect more meetings to try and iron those out. In Little Rock, Susan Elcoury, back to you.
Okay, Susan, Governor Asa Hutchinson has not said whether he supported the push to no longer recognize the union, but the proposal came from a board where he appointed 8 of the 9 members. After the meeting, Hutchinson praised the board for making tough decisions. He said, "I am confident the action to keep the LRSD unified will unite our efforts and balance the local support with state support," he said in a statement. "This is an opportunity to partner with the district in a way that will continue state support along with the efforts of a locally elected school board, the private sector, and partners in the city."